What's up, guys? I hope you're having a great week so far. As we mentioned in one of our previous videos, XRP have been lagging behind other cryptocurrencies. Finally, it seems like XRP and Ripple is finally showing signs of life. The asset has been trading around the $1.10 level for weeks now, as there has been no significant progress in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. That is why earlier, as other assets launched their bull run, XRP was still lagging as this lawsuit is weighing on the currency. That said, let's head over to coinmarketcap.com and see where the price of XRP currently stands. As you can see, the price of XRP today is at $1.16, and we are in the green zone today, and I must say that it is good to see some life in the price of XRP. The market has moved up by 4.77% over the last 24 hours, which is pretty impressive. That said, let's roll that intro and get into all the juicy details of today's video. As always, welcome back to Money Side, your favorite crypto news channel. If you are new here, we welcome you to the XRP family. Please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. Now, XRP's price came under a bit of selling pressure last week as global markets on the whole suffered from the reflation and stagflation trade. But with these worries fading and earnings season already showing some upside surprises, investors are back on the front foot and risk appetite has reemerged. I'm sorry to burst your bubble a little, but for the XRP holders, as the SEC plans to drag the case even longer by requesting an extension of the expert rebuttal report deadline to November 12th and the discovery deadline to January 14th. The agency has requested additional time to prepare rebuttal reports and depose at least 14 expert witnesses. Unsurprisingly, Ripple's legal team has refused to consent to the extension of the deposition deadline, although it has agreed to the November 12th deadline extension. However, Ripple is keen to have the case wrapped up as quickly as possible so that XRP can make the most of the ongoing bullish mood in the crypto market currently underway. Now, moving on, we've got this exciting tweet from Mac Attack XRP, which says, Ripple partners with UAE-based foreign exchange company. Well, Ripple is at it again. And this time they have expanded their presence in the MENA region by partnering with the Al Ansari exchange. According to the terms of the partnership, Al Ansari will use the Ripplenet Cloud to establish a remittance corridor between Malaysia and the UAE. In essence, payments sent to Malaysia via Al Ansari will be received by Moneymatch, a Malaysian startup. Ripple's cloud solution will make it easier for Malaysian workers in the UAE to send payments back home hassle-free. The remittances will be available in Malaysian ringgit at first. However, later on, Al Ansari will add the Brunei dollar and the Australian dollar. Ripple made the announcement via their Twitter page. That tweet said, announcing that Al Ansari X will use Ripplenet Cloud to connect with Moneymatch app to provide same-day remittances from the UAE to Malaysia. Al Ansari Exchange is the longest standing in the MENA region. If we head over to Ripple.com, we can see that Al Ansari is one of the largest and longest-standing exchanges in the region, focused on expanding their network and evolving their offerings to provide the best financial services to their customers. We view this partnership with Moneymatch as a continuation of that ethos, and we're excited to be partnering with them to improve cross-border payments in key remittance corridors with Ripplenet Cloud, said Navin Gupta, Managing Director, South Asia and MENA at Ripple. Next up, we have another tweet from @Ripple that says, Ripplenet Cloud allows banks and financial institutions to move away from aging and expensive legacy on-premise infrastructure and embrace the flexibility, speed, and resilience of cloud computing without the burden of hardware management. And as we can see by a reply from XRP Crypto Wolf on that tweet, Ripplenet will eventually have all the banks and financial institutions worldwide using it, and with a flip of a switch, they can instantly use XRP. Now, before we wind up today's video, let's see what's the latest with the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Now, to begin with, we have this tweet from Mac Attack XRP that says, Ripple rejects SEC's letter to extend expert discovery into New Year. Ripple is discontented with the SEC's request to extend the expert discovery deadline to January 14th, 2022. As you can see from the article posted on the Crypto News Flash website, Ripple has therefore asked the court to consider that further schedule alterations would likely bring more detriment to the defendants. Additionally, keeping the lawsuit pending grossly affects the cross-border payment network's offerings and is severely prejudicial to its business. Ripple's defense team said Ripple's cross-border payment product relies on liquid XRP markets. The SEC well knows that within days of filing its lawsuit, almost 20 exchanges delisted or suspended XRP trading in the United States, and more have since followed suit, critically damaging the market for XRP. Further, we have another tweet. It's by XRP Tokens that says, Update SEC versus Ripple. Text-only order from Judge Sarah Netburn denying XRP holders' request to submit a statement on SEC Gov's request to extend discovery. Looking at that image shared on that tweet, we can see order denying 392 letter motion to file amicus brief. The XRP holders' request to submit a statement with respect to their interest in the scheduling of discovery is denied. Hereby ordered by Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn. Text-only order. Netburn, Sarah, entered 10/20/21. In this case, Judge Sarah Netburn denies the XRP holders' request to draft a filing in opposition to the SEC request for extended discovery. The Deaton letter essentially said, "Can we file an opposition to this?" And she said, "No." With all that in mind, time now to take a look at the technical analysis. XRP is ending the phase 2 of this Elliott wave cycle, and we're near to the beginning of phase 3. XRP could reach $2 US very soon, as I believe that there's some big news that we should note that XRP has become the most popular cryptocurrency in the UK during this week. I'm optimistic about XRP like an investment for the long term. And also, I'm interested more in this cryptocurrency than any other. Now, remember, don't go wrong on this cryptocurrency. At least XRP could to entry into the top 5 best cryptocurrencies by CoinMarketCap.com. And also, XRP is a competitive cryptocurrency where many people have XRP out of their radar. Guys, if you find this analysis helpful and interesting, make sure you share it with other collaborators, crypto enthusiasts, and XRP holders that may find it interesting. On now to Bitcoin, which has hit a new all-time high right on full moon day. What does that mean? Is it related? Let's have a look at Bitcoin in relation to some astrological events. First, we have a full moon in Aries today, and it is widely known that the moon is closely related to human behavior and emotions. When the moon is full, people tend to be more active and outgoing, ready to take risks, move ahead, release, maturation. The financial markets are also closely related to the sentiment of the people. How the masses are feeling is also reflected in the markets. By inference, we can say that the financial markets and the moon are connected. A full moon would be a great time to see Bitcoin move to a new all-time high, especially when the moon is in Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, the pioneer. Aries has an energy that inspires us to take action, to be brave, take risks, and get on with the new paths, solutions, options, choices, and opportunities. Based on the above description, we can easily see why Bitcoin chose this day to move ahead. There is more. Bitcoin first peaked in April 2021, also hitting an all-time high then. A strong correction took place, and at the same time, many planets, wandering stars, started going into retrograde. A planet is considered to be in retrograde motion when we see it moving backward in the sky. When planets are retrograde, we feel the need to stop, go back, check, revisit before resuming our path to grow. 5 planets total were in retrograde while Bitcoin was correcting, and all these planets are stationing direct this very month. Recently, Jupiter and Mercury were stationed direct, and we see how Bitcoin is also moving forward now with almost full strength. Just a little bit of a glimpse there of some Bitcoin astrology that's shared for your learning and entertainment. Always remember, though, trade safely, my friends. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Tell us what you think in the comment section below, and let's have a conversation. Thank you very much for watching. Couldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Don't forget to like this video, and please click on that subscribe button below. And be sure to turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. We'll see you on the next Money Side.